Look, we're all thinking about summer 2026, right? You're probably hitting the books, cramming notes, maybe even trying that fancy new app everyone's talking about. But what if I told you the real secret to crushing those exams isn't about how much you study, but how you think about it, and it's something almost nobody talks about? Hey, I'm your host, and I've been there, staring down those massive study guides, feeling completely overwhelmed. I tried every trick in the book, and most of them were just, okay. But one shift, one tiny change in perspective, unlocked a level of retention and understanding I never thought possible. Today, I'm sharing that exact method with you, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to implement it for summer 2026 success. So, everyone's obsessed with active recall, flashcards, practice questions, quizzing yourself. And yeah, it's good. It's way better than just rereading your notes. But here's the catch: pure, isolated active recall can be incredibly frustrating and inefficient if you don't have the right foundation. Think about it. You try to recall something, you blank, you look at the answer, you feel dumb, and you move on. You're just testing your memory at that moment, but are you truly understanding the underlying concepts? Often, no. You're just getting good at recognizing answers, not necessarily at applying knowledge. This is where my method, let's call it contextual integration, comes in. Instead of just pulling isolated facts, you're actively weaving new information into what you already know. It's like building a mental map, not just collecting individual bricks. Here's the deal. Your brain doesn't store information in little isolated boxes. It stores it in interconnected networks. Contextual integration leverages this. The goal isn't just to remember a definition, but to understand why it matters, how it connects to other concepts, and when you'd use it. Forget the linear study guide for a minute. Grab a blank piece of paper or a digital whiteboard. Start with the central topic of your subject. Write it in the middle. Now brainstorm everything you already know or think you know about that topic. Don't censor yourself. Keywords, related ideas, even questions you have. Then start adding the new material you're learning. But here's the magic. Don't just add it. Draw lines connecting new info to existing nodes. Ask yourself, how does this new chemical reaction relate to the principles of thermodynamics I learned last week? Or, how does this historical event connect to the economic factors we discussed? This is where the active recall part gets really powerful. Once you have your web, pick a node, maybe a specific definition or formula. Now, instead of just asking, what is X? Ask yourself, when would I use this? What problem does this solve? What happens if this didn't exist? You're forcing your brain to apply the concept in a scenario, not just spit back a definition. This is 10 times harder than flashcards, but that difficulty is exactly what builds real, lasting understanding. Here's the final piece, and honestly the most underrated study hack there is. Explain the concept out loud like you're teaching it to a 5-year-old. No jargon, no textbook language, just simple words. If you get stuck explaining it, that's not a failure. That's your brain showing you exactly where the gap in your understanding is. Go back to your concept web, fill that gap, and try teaching it again. This is called the Feynman technique. And combined with contextual integration, it's an absolute game changer. So here's your summer 2026 game plan in 3 steps. Build your concept web. Shuffle your scenarios. Teach it back. Do this for just 30 minutes a day, and I promise, you'll retain more in 1 week than you did in a month of mindless rereading. Look, exams don't have to feel like a losing battle. The top 1% aren't smarter than you, they just study smarter. If this method helped shift how you think about studying, smash that like button and subscribe for more real, no-fluff study strategies this summer. Drop a comment below telling me what subject you're tackling this summer. I read every single one, and I might make a video answering your specific questions.